Why, hello! How you guys doing? We're starting a little late because we're going to be going all the way into the new year. Hey, hi. We're also going to be playing some No Man's Sky. I finally get to show you guys the Corvette I've been working on. I'm a little proud of it. And there's Aylward. Hello, Aylward. Tea. It's Uma year. Well, like I said, that means they're going to be taking Gold Shear, right? I mean, if it's Uma year, then they're going to be taking the most famous horse to be the representative, right? So say your goodbyes to Golshi while you can, because Golshi's going go by. That's just how it is. Look, they pick the most famous representative of the Zodiac and they take them. Usually it's quiet, but since Gold Ship's gotten so famous over the last year, man, people are gonna notice. What a shame. Even more of a shame that God, it would have been the Queen of Losers if she had made it. Okay, I just need to do something real quick before I set up my capture. There it is. Okay. Capture, 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 capture. Ta-da. Good. Okay. So, this is my old ship. Actually, can I change out in space? Because if I can change out in space, that would actually work even better. Let's see if we can actually change ships out in space. And then we'll go over the rundown. If we can't, that's fine. Wait. Nope, cannot change ship out in space. Well, the more you know. We'll give a rundown of the old ship and what's changed with the new ship. I am likely going to be retiring the Talon. I like it very much, but the new one has some things about it that just put it leagues above this one. And I love this ship. It's the first Corvette I really built, but man, I'm really proud of what I've done with the new one. Really proud. Whoop. I do like that they let us leave the pilot seat early. It's always neat. Whoop. Okay. So technology slots on this thing are a mess. Let me go ahead and go over the basic design of the Talon. So the Talon is the first Corvette I made. I am proud of it. It is very purty. The engine profile is one of the things that I actually like the most, especially with the new wings on it. It cuts a very distinct silhouette. It is very much a bird of prey style ship, and I enjoy that. The windows, I feel, are kind of out of place, which is one of the things I honestly didn't like about it. I love being able to see out, but they didn't really mesh with the overall design. Unfortunately, that's the best I could get them. I'm hoping they just give us glass walls at some point, so we could just have glass walls instead of bubbled out windows. I would very much like that, but the fact that we have Corvettes at all, considering the state that No Man's Sky released in, is a bit of a miracle. Y'all have seen this ship. The only real changes since you saw it last are the new wings. That's about it. But that is not Oh, and we'll take a quick look inside before we retire the dang thing. So it is a 2-tiered ship. On one side, we have our grow beds. On the other side, we have our alternate grow beds here. All in all things considered, a very cozy ship. And then on the second floor, we have our refinery wings, our cooking stations, and a couple more observation platforms. So much space for activities. It's a good ship, but it is going to go the way of the Winnebago. Because, and I would like to stress, that this is a 100-part ship. I don't have any mods that are letting me skip the 100-part limit. In fact, just to show that, hold on. Sorry, this is an 86-part ship, so I'm bumping the limit. It's at 86 parts specifically because cramming anything else... Raiden, that was yesterday. Why is it giving you double subs? Although, hello. It's so weird. So I'm at an 86-part limit here. Oh, you forgot. Got it. All in all, a really nice ship. Bumping the limits. Definitely close to the super heavy classification of your typical Corvette. There's not much more that can be jammed in here technology-wise. It's maxed out on tech, specifically. Not much more that can be crammed in here design-wise without artificially just stretching it out and making it look weird. Amazing boat, you ain't seen nothing yet. However, we are retiring the Talon in favor of... the Ebon wings. This is my new ship. It, and keep in mind the size of the Talon that you just saw. This is a 100-part ship. It is roughly twice the size of the Talon, give or take. It is a massive fucking ship. As you can see, I was able to work in the observation decks even better. The cockpit is down here. The observation decks are up there. So I actually was able to hide the cockpit on the side profile. And we're actually going to take it out into space before I give you guys a tour. You were at my side all along. I actually haven't played the DLC for Bloodborne. I need to. Go ahead and close that. You haven't seen anything yet. So let's go ahead and the observation decks here. This is our grow wing. We haven't grown anything yet on account of the fact that I swap out things on this ship constantly because I've been working on this Corvette since the last time I played No Man's Sky because I really wanted to get into the creative process of Corvettes and figured out how, to really balance things with it. Thank God in a patch Windows used to cost part slots. The reason why the Talon is at 86 is because the Windows used to make it 100. Windows no longer count for your total build value, so it's much less. But we're actually going to go out into space before I give you guys like the full tour, because there's some things on this ship. Anyone who plays, you know what? Actually, Chaos, you play No Man's Sky. This might be really cool for you. Anyone who plays No Man's Sky will think this is really fucking cool. Anyone who doesn't, they're just gonna be like, yeah, so what? So I'm just going to go ahead and jet with the sunlight directly overhead, and that side profile shot though, my goodness. I am very proud of what I have done with this. As you can see, we have incorporated the decks. It now looks like an actual control center, despite the control center being actually down here. Comes. Not yet. Not yet. Hold it in. The top profile. I'm actually gonna show you something, because if you've played No Man's Sky and you've messed with the photo mode at all, I'm gonna go all the way to the limit that it'll let me. You know how if you sweep out all the way to the edge of photo mode, anything you're driving, riding, or flying looks tiny? This thing still takes up a massive, massive chunk of the screen. I'm at the limit. This is the edge. I can't go any further away than this. It's huge. This boat is huge, and there is a certain reason why. I'm actually really happy with what I did with the wing assemblies here, because I found a way to incorporate the engine, the engine that you get from Breach, in with the wing to build it into the wing, so that they all look like one unit, and the wing actually has an engine pattern coming from it as well, which is something I'm very happy with. We have two rear view windows there. So, you know, if you're working on growing something or refining something and you're just in cruise, you can, you know, look out the back, see where you've been. Our triple shield generators are arranged like that on purpose. I was gonna do a diamond and then I realized, I actually like the triangle better. And something really cool about this is, if we go exactly opposite the sunlight, something I'm also really proud of. If you look, this is a completely finished Corvette. There are no bare spots at the bottom. It is completely covered, except for the very keel, because I wanted the keel to stay like that because it's the keel of the ship. Everything has something basically trying to give it a more finished look. And if you look, the top fins and the bottom fin match up perfectly on the side profile. Almost like I did that on purpose. But, and this is the part just for anyone who actually plays No Man's Sky, there is something else about this ship that's unique. Stranger Things season final, it was something, let me tell you. I have avoided that show like the plague. I have avoided it like the plague for reasons. So, you've seen the wings, you've seen my grow area, you've seen all of this cool stuff, but that doesn't explain why is this ship so fucking big, right? Why ship so big? Well, it's a little different from the Talon. This is the lounge bay. It is a large, enclosed, non-compartmentalized space on board my ship. No walls, no doors, not inside of any of the hab units. Fireplace, sofa, whole 9 yards. I plan on fully decking it out. There you go, buddy. I'm actually very proud of this because when I figured out I could do this when I was messing around with the Talon, with the little stair that went up to the top. I tried to go out there while I was flying, and I realized I could just stand there, and I was like, wait a minute, hold on a second. What if I just enclosed the whole lot of it and made an actual room? Honestly, I'm probably gonna start putting my my medallions in here and my carrier. Speaking of which, even compared to the carrier, the ship's fucking huge. Like, absolutely massive. This is so cool. It's giving me a decade left to make trash burgers. Yo, the hit though. The hit. The hammer and the hit. That was fucking just peak. Sorry, we're talking about something entirely different. I honestly think Worthy was like, no, you know what? I said I'd finish this season in 2026, so I'm going to. And he did. The absolute mad lad. Oh, that reminds me. Let me just... Well, it's actually in flight. And I am not. I don't think I've focused on the thruster pattern, but I'm also very proud of that. Whoop. So, this ship has enough room for pretty much a maximum player party to just sit around on and do fucking nothing if they feel like it, because it's got an entire just internal lounge that I will be furnishing with stuff that they can just sit around in instead of having to jump around and do something, because I wanted to have plenty of space for anyone, you know? And I think I succeeded. I especially like the little top cabin I have here, but this isn't all we're doing tonight. We're going to be going on Breach, and we're going to be taking this with us to Breach. This is going to be the specific one. By the way, fun fact, when you're in the air, specifically, this has collision and actually stops on the floor as a bridge. When you're in port, it clips through the top, and it completely seals off the cabin, which I left it like that because I thought it was a neat touch. Specifically, I just thought it was really cool. Actually, I might add... Do I have anything right there? I do, that's right. I have the secondary cook station there, don't I? Right. So, go ahead and close that. And a big important part of this, I like to fly in first person. I know a lot of people don't. I specifically wanted to design this in such a way that it wouldn't cut my first person view off. Also, something I wanted to show. It's got its own unique weapon pattern because of how specifically I mounted the weapons. Because I found out that it's not just the phase beams that actually fire the weapons. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weapons on here total. 3 phase beam and 2, I think they're just regular kinetic accelerators. I had a lot of fun building this. I'm actually really proud with how it turned out. Oh yeah, I actually didn't show the... Actually, I'll show the bottom side first, since I'm already in direct sunlight here. Can't tell if I'm in direct sunlight or if I'm turned a little bit. We'll need to turn around because we're hitting the edge of the system soon-ish. I specifically stationed the lights so there is a unique pattern on both the top and the bottom. So this is the one for the bottom, because you can see it because of all the lights. And have to be in third person to be able to tell. Ooh. We are actually outside of solar system already. That's interesting. So, this is the top pattern, which is just a little more ostentatious than the bottom pattern. I wanted to give each of them their own unique look. Alright, let's go ahead and... back to the station. I'll let it fly itself there on account of the fact that, Oh, also, I don't think I showed... Yeah. So these are the overall stats for the Ebon wings. It has a maneuverability that's topping out at 5,724. It goes so fucking fast. It's not even funny. It's got pretty much the best shields I could put on there. Its damage potential is through the roof, because if you look here, It's actually 6611 for the phase beam. And I think even the piece of shit photon cannon. Yeah, even this is capping out at 3.2. And it has a hyper range that's roughly almost equivalent to my freighter. Yeah, it's about half what my freighter can get out. So my preferred ship is able to travel about half the distance of my freighter. This is a massive super carrier, and this is a fraction of its size. I just think it's funny that they can both, you know, travel just the same. Are you having difficulties? Wow, I was far out. You remember what I said about it being a little fast? This is kind of what I mean. I'd actually left the entire solar system's render distance a little bit ago and didn't even realize it. Because it goes just a ridiculous speed, thanks to both the boost proc and the maneuverability score that I have tied to it. But we're back in solar system now. Things get a little weird once you leave the bounds of a solar system and the game starts freaking out, which is understandable because why would you leave, honestly? What are you gonna do, fly to another system? That's not how that works. You gotta warp there, obviously. It's not too far of a trip, but I am very, very happy with how all this turned out. Initially, I was going to use elevators for all of the up and down all over the place on this ship, but I decided that was a bit of a pain in the ass, so I just dropped that idea real fast. It's entirely doable, but man, it was more trouble than it was worth. But I am going to be spending a bit of time decorating this internal space. I'm actually really happy with it. Experimented with just a couple things. The pipes especially. The pipes actually run the entire length of the ship, because I thought that would be a neat idea. I wish I could get all the fluid going in one direction, but I couldn't manage that, unfortunately. Damn, we were far out. Holy shit. This boat goes to ludicrous speed. It actually does. Okay. Alright, we've course corrected, and we are... Oof. Fast. Fast as fuck. We're gonna make a quick stop at home base to grab some of our mold, so that we have something to refine and get this ship while we're out on our trip. Aside from that, what do you guys think? What would you have done different with this Corvette? I am open to criticism. I'm proud of it, but I'm not gonna think that it's perfect. This was all stuff that I just sat down and figured out on my own. I'm sure there's some... I'm not going to say that I discovered this, by the way. I absolutely probably didn't, because I can guarantee there's someone out there who does nothing but play No Man's Sky who absolutely figured out that you could do the living space thing well before I sat there and figured it out. I can almost promise that. But I did learn it on my own. I think that's neat. Right, let me go ahead and change my... What's my current top speed on this thing? I honestly don't know. Just free flying. How fast can we go? Okay, we're topping out about 3437 units a second, which is, if you've played No Man's Sky, very fast. Oh yeah, and I should probably divert power to engines, and it actually tops out at 4169. Nice. So it's almost 1,000 higher. Yeah, almost 1,000 higher. Goodness. Fast, really fast. And you know the worst part? I'm willing to bet that some of those pirates will still rubber band and catch up with me somehow, despite the fact that I'm faster than any pirate could ever hope to be ever. It's insulting is what it is. I know it's a game mechanic to make you have to stand and fight them, but man, it's insulting. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I'm sure I mentioned it offhand, but I am actually very proud of this part of the side profile specifically, because I really wanted to make it look like the pre-constructed cabin just wasn't there. And I feel, you guys obviously know where it was because I pointed it out and I showed it, but I feel that I succeeded. My only alternative was mounting it somewhere inside of the ship, which is what I was originally going to do. I'm glad I didn't, because I kind of like the way this turned out. And I like steering from the front, and I like first-person flight, so putting it inside of the ship would have completely removed first-person flight as an option, because all you'd have been able to see is walls. But I like the way that turned out. I wish we had cabins or control points that were remote and could be hidden. I very much wish they'd add something like that. That way I could build the entire ship just completely hiding this. I understand that's a command and control module, but man, I would rather not have that part and have another diamond there so it was symmetrical with the top. But oh well, maybe they'll add that in an update. I'm rather proud of it. I think it's turned out pretty well. Oh, that shouldn't be there. Why is that there? Ah, there it is. Okay. I was just making sure. Finished part 1 of the new Limbus chapter. Story hasn't hit hard yet, but damn, some of the stuff is disgusting. Now to wait for part 2 next week. See, you say disgusting, and that worries me. What do you mean disgusting? Why is Limbus being disgusting? I'm pretty sure this is the fastest ship I have ever built. It's so fast, it's really hard not to overshoot. Oop. Okay, so let's check our equipment real quick, what we've got on us, what we want to take with us. I think the only thing I'm going to bring this time is, we'll bring the basics. We'll bring the basics, but that includes mode. So this is what I was talking about, by the way. If you look... Also, yes, that totally cuts into the ground anywhere I land, and I did that on purpose. I haven't played Limbus, so I have no context. So it actually completely seals off the cabin when you land in port. Which is, I guess, okay, because the only time I really land is when I'm in a station, so that's okay. They like to make art, but the material they use is human. Wait, hold on. Fingers as in... Lobotomy Corp? How heavily is this tied to Lobotomy Corp exactly? I find this really funny. It doesn't do this when you're out in space or when you're hovering. But if you're in port, it completely seals off the flight cabin from the rest of the ship. That is why the stairs are here, so I could head up and actually go in here. And that's why the secondary exit is there. I don't remember if they appear much on LobCorp TBH. There's some mention. There's like a very fleeting mentions of them. Okay. Freighter. Where? I swear I stored some of it away. If I didn't, I can just go harvest some real quick. Did I not? Really? I didn't store any of it away. It's so unlike me. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so... we're gonna go ahead and grab some stuff. Yeah, it's just mentions. So as you can see, I've got my triune outposts over here. All 3 of them are mold. Specifically curious deposits because I found a planet that was heavy with them. And I decided I would set down roots here. Goodness, even breaking Atmo, this thing is just fast. God, it's fast. Okay, anyway. Alright, where is my... Okay, alright, calm down, calm down. I know it's been a while since I've landed here, but you need to calm down. Ah, there it is. Ah. What's up, buddy? Ugh. Disgusting creatures. Runic lens. A lot of other people build complicated systems of ramps and stuff for stuff like this. I just built a wall to catch it. I figured that was enough. So now you just nudge them and they roll. And once they're done rolling, you harvest them all. Actually, you know what? You're much better at this than I am. Let's work together, shall we? Okay, yeah, let's get clear of the building so we don't get stuck there. Oop. God, I feel so old. But I got like a decade left. Fuck that line. You saw the moment I was talking about though, right, Chaos? Just the moment. 'Cause damn. That's about 7k. A whole stack makes about 2k. Think of mechanical liches making flesh puppets. So you're talking about the Ordos Biologus, right? Because that's basically just the Ordos Biologus. Oh, sorry. I don't know if you actually like are into 40k. So there's a specific sect of the Mechanicus that are devoted to the learning and manipulation of flesh. They make the Mechanicus look tame. I don't know if you should say that because they do some messed up stuff. No. You've got to understand. The Mechanicus is, as an organization, are devoted to the Blessed Machine. Imagine how fucking weird you'd have to be in a sect devoted to the Blessed Machine and you're obsessed with meat bags. I need you to understand how fucking weird that is. It's really fucking weird. Alright, so we went to red, so we'll go ahead and stop by blue and then gray. I don't know other branches or Chaos Mechanicus. They are a branch of the actual the Ordos Biologus are an actual sect of the regular Loyalist Mechanicus. Although I'm sure there's some alternative in the Chaos Mechanicus, I'm positive. I believe, actually, like, despite what people say, I'm pretty sure Belisarius Call is heavily involved with them. You're going out the back. Whee! Oh god! Oh no! I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Thank you. So yeah, I don't really have to worry about nanites ever again, so that's cool. Because between these 3 bases, if you've played No Man's Sky, you know how much runaway mold I'm pulling in and how that converts to nanites. And the thing is there's no timer on it growing back, so I just need to take off, go to another base, extract, and then that's it. So I can just rotate between these 3 infinitely. So nanites aren't a problem anymore, honestly. There was an interesting, unique character in this part, but then again, it's probably my Dullahan bias acting up. You're looking for a little head? Is that what you're saying? Okay, and we'll head to gray. Keep in mind, each of these bases are thousands and thousands of units apart. They're actually over the horizon for each other. Being able to get here this fast in atmosphere is hilarious. You telling me I didn't even need to break atmo for that? Jesus. Going out the front. What are you doing standing in my solar panels? Get over here. Come on, come on.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
That's the other reason I'm using him. This planet has a lot of good things about it, but it also has giant evil super worms and roiling firestorms. So, you know, there's some give and take to living here. There's a lot of give and take to living here, actually, but we don't talk about that. The nanites make it all worth it, alright? I would deal with this place even if it was a gas giant fucking superstorm, alright? The sheer amount of nanites I'm able to pull down and just bring with me on a whim, because that was kind of the thing I had to prepare most for an expedition. Now you're telling me I don't have to prepare for that at all? You're telling me I can get 2, 4, let's call that 1.5, 5,500 nanites on a whim? Yeah, I'll take that. I will take that. We're definitely going to be bringing those with us. Oh, right, I almost forgot. I need to set my lerm. Lerm time, if you will. I learned recently that Windows has started hiding my programs from me. At first I thought I was paranoid, but then I realized I couldn't find OBS one day, and I was like, wait, what the fuck? Because I have it pinned to my bottom bar. So I was like, okay, well, that's fine. I have it pinned right here, but I was going through the start menu specifically to look at some installation routes. Could not find it, and that's when I got to be a little concerned. It is actively hiding my programs for me, and I don't know why. I did not turn on a setting. I did not change any of my settings. I did not say, yes, please hide these, and they're programs that I use every single day. God, I hate Windows so much. Sorry. I don't want to walk outside in a firestorm. Carry me. Really? You gonna park your teleporter on a plant? Where the fuck did it go? Wait, what? What the shit? Oh, different plant. That would explain it. It was just much higher up than I thought. I would like to go back on my ship now, please. Oop. We're gonna pick up some things from the terminal, namely steel plate. We may need that, we may not, but we're gonna pick it up anyway. I wish I could have both of my Corvettes out at the same time, just to show a size comparison between the two, but Ebon Wings is about twice the size of Talon, give or take. Despite not being much larger than it parts-wise, the central bay actually takes up a lot of room, and I really had to build around that. Because this is basically a triple-decker. There are 3 decks. There's the pilot deck, there's the lounge and utility deck, and then the top is the roof. So there's 3 decks of the damn thing. So it's a thick boy. Riddle me this, Dullahan enjoyer. If you were to have sex with a Dullahan and they put their head on a pillow on the side, is it voyeurism? Is it now this is an interesting question, Rem, because you have to also ask the question, the Dullahan, does it have complete and total control of their body, or does their body act with a will of its own when the head is not attached? Because in some media, the Dullahan's body and the Dullahan's head, when the head is not attached to the body does, you know, something else. Like it actively disobeys the head sometimes. It's more honest in some ways I've seen, which can be cute when it comes to the Tsundere Dullahan. So, does the body still perfectly listen to the head, or does it have a will of its own? And if it's the latter, is that cuckoldry? Not voyeurism, cuckoldry. Riz, you're a terrible person for asking this question. Shh. The science must know. Oh yeah. Teleport. And can we just hold on. I just need to just highlight this because it's really hard. At some point you're just like, okay, well that's so big my mind doesn't register it. Fucking hell, dude. You could take one of my smaller starships and comfortably park it or land it on top of this fucking ship. Also, I don't know if I pointed this out, but I'm sure that you guys already saw it, but I'm really proud of the arrowhead shape here. Getting it to flow from top to bottom was kind of a pain in the dick to figure out. I really don't know how people play the game like this. I'm not a fan. I can see it for some things, but man, I'm not a fan. It's cool to see the animation whenever you're falling from orbit, but aside from that... Jesus. Anyway. Right, market terminal. That's what I need. Take about 20 of those. Won't need any of those. Won't need any of those. Okay, we should be good with that. Alright. And the fact that you can bring these ships with you on expeditions, man, it's so cool. Okay. We already had some metal plates, but I wanted to buy a little bit of a stack to take with us on this trip. So I think I'm maxed out on inventory slots, both technology and otherwise. So there's really not much more for me to install here. So I don't know if I need any more suit expansions. I might just hoard them and give them out to you guys if you need them. Oh, you're starting a new save file? Here's like 50 exosuit expansion slots. Go nuts. Okay, what am I missing? Won't need salvage data. Already have that, already have that, already have that. Ah, yes, of course. More Piper Core. Storm Crystal. Okay. We'll probably refine all of this into straight condensed carbon, and then just bring stacks of condensed carbon with us, since that's what we usually do. We'll be good with this much magnetized ferrite. We need no pugnium or anything else, because we already have all of that we need. We'll need to, I think, construct some additional money makers, but I honestly think we might be good on that for the most part. For the most part. I might be just wrong. Do I have any stored in my freighter? I think I do. I don't. How do I not? Okay, hold on. Craft stats. Okay, we've got 12, we've got 2, and we've got 64. Let's go ahead and... Okay, we're out of selenium, which is, you know, a bit of a problem, but that's okay. We can do 4 of those, and then we can craft 6 total, which is what I usually bring with me anyway, so that'll be like, what, 30 million units? That should be enough. Just casually ruining the economy of some system because I want to have enough cash to float comfortably on this mission. Are we the baddies? Alright, so that's 6 worth a total of, sorry, 30 million. I was lowballing myself, how dare I? 93.6 million units. My bad. My bad. My bad. Whoops. I don't think there's much of anything else. Oh yeah, sure. Lurker's asking to see the tech slots on the new starship. Sure, absolutely. These are the tech slots as I have them currently laid out. This bobblehead head gives a boost to the hyperdrive range. All 3 of these gives boosts to boost and maneuverability. Along with the starship trails, they also give a boost to boost and maneuverability, which is why there's such a large chunk devoted to these. It gives me that extra little bit that caps it all off. This is my primary weapon system. This is there strictly because I had 2 slots left, actually. I only had 2 slots left, and I wanted to have the unique weapons pattern that I had. This is my shield array right here, which is pretty strong as is. There's also an extra bonus over here that also adds to the shields because I have every single kind of reactor on this ship. Every kind of reactor you can have, I have on this ship specifically so I could get the most out of all of my systems. This is the main engine system. There is only 1 supercharged slot over here, and that's directly in the middle of all of these. Over here, I was lucky enough to get 3 supercharged slots right next to each other, and in those supercharged slots go the cockpit and the 2 reactors that synergize with the cockpit. That boosts my maneuverability even more. These are next to each other for sorting's sake. These are next to each other for sorting's sake because honestly they don't need the synergy bonus. This is the hyperdrive section down here. And that's it. Those are my tech slots. This is why I have them laid out that way. You could scrap all of this if you don't care about the extra maneuverability and hyperdrive range, but that's why I have this here specifically, is because of the extra maneuverability and hyperdrive range. No other reason. And as you can see, they work. It's a lot of distance. Boop. All right, I think we're about ready to start breach. I can't think of anything else we'd need to take with us. Ah, a stack of oxygen would probably be useful, huh? Yeah, I should probably take a stack of oxygen with me. I have a whole oxygen farm, so it's not like I'd really need... Wait, what? Wow. We're running low on oxygen of all things. I guess I was kind of leaving it behind on every expedition I went on. I guess that makes sense. I gotta go get more oxygen. Shoot. I didn't even realize. That's funny. I didn't realize I had one of these. Where did I get this? Goodness. Anyway. Oh yeah, I'll also need to put my Atlas pass down there, so I take that with me. Not super important, but it's nice to have, you know? Just one of those things. It's definitely not necessary for a trip, but it's a nice thing to have with you. Why do I have any of this on my person? What is this? Why? I don't remember making this in my inventory. Okay. We'll take some sodium. We'll take a little bit of cobalt. I should have a little bit there. There we go. Take that cobalt with me. Silver and gold is not required. And I don't think I'll need any resonance tier metals, but I might as well take just a little bit. Nah, I'll take a whole. I'll take what I have there. Why not? Let's go visit my oxygen farm real quick. Home sweet home. So, this is the biggest capital ship you can pretty much get in this game because pirate ships are fucking huge because you're supposed to be able to fly around them. Something neat. Typically, your standard spaceship is dwarfed next to a capital ship, and it's even dwarfed next to a frigate next to your capital ship, and your frigates are dwarfed by your capital ship. It's not really dwarfed. It's still smaller than a frigate, but man. Man. That is a lot of ship to be steering around. I really hope Hello Games lets us start piloting around our freighters, though. Just because I think it would be cool to be able to fly one of these in system. Obviously not into atmosphere. That would have to be the restriction. Because otherwise you could probably just bonk its nose into the ground and walk down your freighter, which would be weird. But... oh, do I have to approach from the other side? I guess so. This ship is way too nimble for something its size. Jesus. Oh, that's interesting. Now we're sealed within it. before. It was going right through the walls. Neat. I just realized. Yeah, I guess it's a good thing they made these holographic Corvette landing ports above the landing pad, because ain't no way in hell that's fitting in there. Yeah, that's understandable. That's not happening. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. I still love you. It's just that Corvettes are really cool, okay? Poor Starborn Runner. It's just sitting there like, I thought I was his favorite ship. Yeah. Oh, no way. The only thing is I can't put a portal on a Corvette. Once they let me do that, boy, oh boy. Salt and oxygen. Indium. Silver and sodium. I suppose I should grab some sodium too. And we don't need any gold. We definitely don't need any gold. Man, I really hope they fix that bug whenever you're teleporting from base to base with a Corvette. Because if they didn't, this is gonna get real awkward real fast. I hear the fireplace. That worries me. Where did you put it? Oh God. Well, at least they're having it float above the base instead of trying to land on the landing pad. They used to have it try and land on the landing pad, and let me tell you, it did not turn out well. Anyway, where's my primary? There it is. Gold. Sodium. That's a lot. I do not need all that sodium. I just need some of that sodium. There's really no way to quick split that. Fuck it. Oh yeah, I could have used the C split. Wait, do I have this labeled wrong? I thought this was my silver planet. Is this not my silver planet? I thought this was my silver planet. Hold on. You ever talk to somebody for a long time and then they message you out of the blue and they're finally digging themselves out of a hole that they've been in that you've been trying to help them out of a long time, and all that took was, you know, waiting for them to dig themselves out of the hole? Yeah, one of my friends is overcoming a crippling addiction to, what's a nice way to say this? Simping for internet women of a certain variety. I'm trying to be real nice. I'm trying to be nice, because he sometimes lurks, but he's really funny. He's very much taken over with the anti-AI brain rot. I'm of the opinion it is a tool. You can't put the genie back in the bottle. You can't put the tool back into the shed. It's already done, man. The best you can do is divert it and make sure that it doesn't cause too much damage, but he insists that we can just get rid of it entirely, which obviously isn't feasible. You and I know it's not feasible, but he still thinks so. Anyway, apparently his come to Jesus to stop simping for these women is when he realized that he was subscribed to multiple OnlyFans workers, let's say it like that, that weren't real. Apparently they have whole ass AI generated OnlyFans women. Apparently. And he was subscribed to several of them, shelling out I like, hold on, let me pull up the message. $6.99 a month. $6.99 a month. So obviously, like, his simping side, he had two wolves inside of him. He had his side that wanted to simp for hot women, and he had side that absolutely fucking hated AI. And I guess the latter won. Because he had his come to Jesus moment and he realized he was spending way too much money on these harlots. The simp did not win. The simp did not win, actually. The anti-AI side won. And I'm actually kind of glad for him for that, because he was spending a ridiculous... So I'm a command financial counselor with the Navy. And I gave him a financial counseling. I sent him the forms to fill out for like how much he spends a month. And his entertainment budget was fucking astronomical. And I was like, what are you, how much, like, you need to cut back on your like Netflix or whatever. And he was like, oh, it's not Netflix. And he told me, and I was like, dude, ain't no way you are out here spending $1,324 on OnlyFans women every month. Ain't no fucking way. He said, well, no, I'm not spending that much on OnlyFans women. A lot of it also goes towards live streams of those same OnlyFans. He said it's not all subscriptions. Some of it I throw at them in like bits and stuff when they stream. Oh god, I about died. Fuck, man. Hey, if you see this, buddy, I'm glad you made it to the other side. Way to kick that habit. I'm proud of you. Now just don't fall back into it, for fuck's sake. Happy New Year's! May 2026 bring you good vibes and much potato. Much potato. Many potato for all. Yeah. You telling me you're spending $1,300? $1,300? That's damn near what I bring home in base pay. What do you mean? That's... Anyway, moving on. I'm proud of him. I'm not gonna make fun of him because he's kicking a bad habit. You never make fun of somebody when they tell you that they're kicking a bad habit, all right? You just don't do that, because one, I did ask him, by the way, if it was all right if I mentioned it. I'm not just like airing his dirty laundry. He knows I'm talking about this. He'll probably like tune into the VOD because that's what he always does and give me shit. But you never rag on somebody when they're kicking an addiction or a bad habit, because one, kicking an addiction or a bad habit takes a lot, and two, they're telling you, they're being very, very vulnerable with you about something that's very, very personal. You never kick somebody and make fun of them for a habit that they're breaking. As long as they're genuinely breaking it, you can be supportive. With few exceptions. There are very few exceptions I would make to that. Sorry, that was bugging me. I had to rearrange it. Okay, we have our block of stuff that we're gonna take. We just need to go grab some oxygen. Oh, right, I almost forgot because I got that message. Oh boy, localized gravity inversion. Aurum. That's what it is. It's Aurum. Motherfucker. I knew I was wrong. Aurum, not Agnium. Where is my... There it is. I have the base mislabeled with the periodic symbol for silver, not gold. Hey man, I'm not trying to tease somebody who's making changes, but man, if I spend $13 on women, at least they step on me or something. That's kind of what I told him. Like, I told him that in no uncertain terms, and some of y'all might, like, clown on me for this or tell me I'm being insensitive. In no uncertain terms, I told him that he could absolutely go out and find a gold digger that would be 100% over the moon if he was willing to spend half of that on her a month, and the added bonus of him being able to actually see and touch titty. But that's when I realized it wasn't just like a bad decision. He was legitimately facing an addiction. Because he's a fucking good looking guy, right? He could absolutely go out and find a good girl. He 100%. He's funny, he's charming, but man, an addiction's an addiction. And that porn addiction was an addiction. It's not even loneliness. He's actually turning down women. He was addicted. Like, he's actually addicted. He's straight up like turning down women. It's not that he can't get a date. It's just that he preferred. I don't know if maybe in his brain he thought it was more simple or what, but now I can tell him most of the fun fact, most women who have an OnlyFans, they don't actually manage it or answer the DMs themselves. They usually hire it out to like a firm overseas that handles social media management. So I'm not actually here for anything. I just need to rename the space. Can't believe I got that wrong. So I had to tell him that he was very likely talking to a 30-some-odd-year Indian man whenever he thought he was talking to these OnlyFans girls. Did not take that well at all until he looked into it. Man, I forgot that I built this base on a fuck-ass barren moon. God damn, there ain't nothing here. Oof. Okay. Now we'll go get our oxygen. Free real estate. Well, there's actually a rusted metal deposit S-class that I need to build on there as well. I forgot to do that. I need to. Oh yeah, this is my original base, isn't it? Goodness. I didn't even build this with an intention of harvesting anything. You can see it's overgrown already. Eesh. Should probably do some pruning while I'm here, but I'm kind of lazy. We are just here for oxygen. 18,500. That should be enough. Because we don't really build life support units while we're out in a mission. We typically just totally freebase oxygen instead. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, that'll work. Actually need to be in the same system if I want to do that, don't I? Back to the Bipperats. Oh, and in more positive, well, actually, that was really positive news, but in positive news for me personally, I have almost escaped the crippling mountain of debt that my ex-wife dropped on my head. I'm almost free, guys. I can actually start saving money. Almost. Almost. Not counting my chickens before they hatched, but my account balance for that particular thing is down to, actually, hold on. My account balance for the particular, well, the last thing actually, because the car is already gone and everything else is already paid off. You're out here building O2 units. I'm out here getting high on methane. We are not the same. No. No, we are not. It was roughly $15,000. This is just straight up an account, not like a credit card or the car. It was at a total of 15,000 roughly, and currently I have left on it $201.79. Hooray. That's next month. Next month's pay is going straight to that. That's getting wiped the fuck out. Tired of that shit. Finally be able to actually save money. Alright. Let's get this show on the road. Whee! Oh yeah, I'm ecstatic. How you doing, Paladin? How'd you spend your New Year's? I hope it was good. Hope you had a good one. Behold the great and mystical Sky Titty. Excuse me while I fly directly into the nipple. So Breach should be live as of today. There's a 2-week rerun for Breach, and we are going to be doing that tonight. End of a chapter for sure. You should top it off by sending her a dildo so she can, you know... No, I will not. Look. She was an alcoholic, and she was abusive. This is true. She left me under a mountain of debt. It was also true. She jodied me. Also true, okay? All of these things are true. I don't have a reason to hate her. Does that make sense? Mostly because I can look back and see that this isn't something that was really hidden. I was just too blinded by my love for her to be willing to own up to myself that it was a thing. So that's 100% on me. If I had used just an iota of my normal critical thinking, I could have been like, bad idea, don't do it. I did not do that. I instead thought, oh yeah, she's different. She loves me. No, stupid. No, she does not. Oh, I should change that. Oh, I'm gonna change that, I think. Actually, no, that looks good as it is. I was thinking I could add another long cabin right here, because it's about the same length as a long cabin, but that would also leave the bottom unfinished, and I kind of don't want that. So we'll leave that as it is. I get that. Yeah, it's honestly on me for not being like, hey, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, maybe this is a bad idea. Instead I was like, oh, well, you know, I can fix her. That's why whenever you guys joke about teehee, I can fix her, I tell you no. No, you cannot. Do not try. And I mean it. I mean it. I can fix her dismantling self in process of trying. That's basically what I did. I knew that she was the kind of person who would be unfaithful because before we even got married, I found out she had cheated on me, and I thought, well, that's okay, it's in the past. I was dumb. I loved her. Really stupid. Expedition 20 Redux Breach. I don't have hatred for her because I can equally blame myself for what happened. It was my fault that I decided to look past all those glaring flaws. I'm happy to say that I am much more critically observant in my current relationship, which is how I know that I traded up. I traded up. My wife is a very rare woman. She is. And you know what? It was hell getting here, but I'm happy I'm here now. Shit happens, you know? Plus, about 3 months, I'm gonna have my firstborn child. Things happen for a reason, you know? At this point, even if I had skipped the relationship with my ex-wife, and I had already known significant other at the time, we were good friends, and I had just gone straight to the relationship, skipped the wait, skipped the 10-year wait, and started my relationship with significant other 10 years earlier, the child that she is currently having right now would not be the same child because it would be a different sperm and a different egg. These things happen for a reason. I'm so excited to meet my kid. You guys have no fucking idea. I am stoked. We're actually doing the full scan where we get to see him on Friday. I'm excited. Don't tell her that. She doesn't know I'm excited. She can't know. She needs to think that I am an uncaring, unfeeling mass. I meant to bring that up, but you were co-streaming and I didn't want to bring up anything personal. You're gonna be Papa Riz in 2026. 2026 is gonna be a big year of change, man. For me and all of you. It's gonna be the year of change. Things is gonna be different. In good ways. Some bad ways, but mostly in good ways. I am stoked though. I really am. I'm currently due in March, I believe. I should cook these. To take that with me. Oh yeah, I'm ecstatic. 100%. I think that's why I'm so very... Honestly, it's why I'm so very mellow on it, because I know I talk shit about my ex whenever it comes up, but honestly, at this point, looking at the kid on the small scan we got a while back, things happen for a reason. I'm convinced of that. Also, apparently his favorite hobby is kicking his mother directly in the ribs. He is a fan of that. He apparently has a hell of a kick. He kicks her when he wants to get up and walk around. He kicks her when he's hungry. He kicks her when he's happy that he got food. He is a little wiggle worm. Cute kid. Okay, that should be finished in a little bit. And then we can get started on Breach. Soccer player confirmed. If he's anything like me, he'll want to go into kickboxing, and I'll have to convince him that just regular boxing is a better choice. And then I'll have to try and convince him not to do that competitively because that's hell on your noggin and I don't want him to get a concussion. Well, boxing, the reason I say boxing over kickboxing, Lurker, is because it's entirely self-serving, because I know people who have fucking died doing kickboxing. So I consider that to be considerably more lethal, I guess is the way I'd put it. So I'd rather have him, you know, just boxing. You take a bad kick to the head, you're done. Even through headgear. Okay, we've got our repair kits, we've got Atlas Pass, we've got our chromatic, we've got our cobalt, sodium, money makers, magnetized ferrite, oxygen, carbon, a few storm crystals, bunch of warp hyper cores, some metal plating, our runaway mold. We should be good. Now, question real quick. Not here. Where is it? We're looking specifically for a processor. I don't see it here though. Let's go back onto the ship and see if we can figure out what we need to produce it there. I think we already have everything on us. I want to say it's only metal plating, but I can't remember. That's a huge bitch! Sorry, what were we saying? Oh yeah. Processor. What does it cost? Oxygen and metal plating. Cool, so I have everything I need. MMA is fun and all, but yeah, the potential for permanent damage in any fighting sport is high. Yeah, I did boxing, but the boxing I did was entirely expedition with people that are expedition 33 mentioned. God, the word won't form in my mouth. For show. I did boxing for show. And I did it at my gym for a while, just you know, for fun, until we got some hothead in there who thought he'd try and knock me out. And he tried really fucking hard to the point where, like, even after the ref and I turned around, he tried to punch me in the back of my head, but I was kind of expecting it, so I just ducked when I heard someone say, "Hey!" So I just went straight down and he whiffed. Kind of his problem though, because we still had one round to go and I fucking laid him out. Sorry, I'm just remembering that. It makes me a little mad because if he had hit me in the back of my head, I'd probably have died. Some people really should not step into the ring if they're gonna let their feelings take over things. I know, like, boxing in general, you get really amped up, but man, you gotta be able to control that, because if you can't, you're gonna get hurt or you're gonna hurt someone else. Exhibition, thank you, that is the word my brain couldn't process. Oh, so a certifiable fuckface. Yes, he was a certifiable fuckface. The thing is he stepped in there and he was really nice and he was really respectful, but I guess, like, the adrenaline just fucking got to him in the ring, and he thought he'd swing at me when my back was turned, and we were going back to our corners, because we agreed on 3 rounds, and that was the end of round 2. He had a mean hook, but that didn't mean anything when I fucking caught him on his glass chin. Well, jaw, but dumb motherfucker. Anyway, all right, we've got our multi-tool set, we've got our starship set, we've got our items set. I think we're good to go. Once more into breach. I don't think we need to bring any technology. We're good. Let's go. Significant other has this tradition of making lasagna on New Year's, and it was really good. I'm so full. It was really good lasagna. Lasagna and cheesecake. It was a good night. Purple. Anomaly rattle spines. 1025.
Kinetic system online.
Good.
Aerial propulsion jetpack online.
Good. Well, I wonder what ship's mine. Can you spot it, guys?
Tool and mining laser attachment. Operation.
God, look at this piece of shit. I wonder whose ship that is.
Sequence.
Yeah, the one that's on fire. I wonder whose ship that is. What is going on with my... Oh. 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 Oh, this planet's actually covered with space-time anomalies. Ooh, I was wondering why it looks so fucking weird. Well, I don't like that at all. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and shift out of that. Thank you. Join the community as you sail through the stars, confronting the awe and horror of deep space. Complete milestones to earn new equipment, complete entire phases for special exclusive rewards. Y'all already know how this works. My ship is on fire. God damn. Fuck happened to you? Nope, if I wanted to play Stalker, I'd play Stalker. What do you mean? They're just a little bit of space-time anomalies. They can't hurt me much. Purifier, dihydrogen, hermetic seal, metal plating. All this is doable. Prepackaged personal refiner unit. Nice. So we actually have a personal refiner instead of having to go out there for it. Well, that's good. Hot damn, we have a repair kit? I'm gonna use this. We'll decide which one we want to use our one repair kit on. Also, traveling with one repair kit is just asking for trouble. Alright, we need to find us some metal and oxygen. This planet is actually surprisingly barren. Even for a desolate, there's not much here. And there is a wreck floating in the sky. Usually you'd only see those in deep space. Neat. Anyway. Dihydrogen, ferrite. Hexaberries. Oh, that's what they meant. That's what those are. Okay. Ferrite dust. Fauna lost. Flora between worlds. Sentinels dissonant. I suppose that's a fun place to start. I just need stuff. Just give me my stuff. We're gonna try and pick up what we can and move on. And hope the sentinels don't decide that my face is rather shootable. These little outcroppings don't give shit, but they're about the best I've found nearby. I don't want to get too far from my ship here. I don't know if this is one of the gravity storm planets and it'll just be like normal, or if it's one of those planets that'll throw me a curveball and start sending me into a tornado. I'd like to be near my ship if it's the latter, thank you. Because that was not a fun experience. That may be the only time I have ever died on this save, was during an expedition and a tornado fucking grabbed me. and would not let go. Loginomite. Neat. Alright, that should be enough for a plate at least. Okay, alright. So firstly, we need some metal plating. We're also going to need some oxygen. Need about 3 of those. So we need to find some oxygen-rich plants. Scan. There's one. 192. 155. We'll take them both, but we'll head to the 155 first. Every time I start an expedition and I don't have my jetpack technology, it's like having my wings clipped and plummeting to the floor every time, because I'm used to jetpacking in a certain way. I was laying in bed about to fall asleep during the Game Awards when I heard Hello Games won Best Ongoing Game. I immediately got up and lost my shit. Very earned. Legitimately, actually very earned. Like, there were other good games on there, don't get me wrong, but out of all of them, Hello Games deserved it, because... Also, what do you mean Baldur's Gate 3 was on there? Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Baldur's Gate 3 also nominated for Best Ongoing Game? My brother in Christ, the amount of community support they've given is nowhere near the constant expeditions. Fuck's sake, man. Not even close. Okay, those are dissonance crystals. We don't want to poke those. Scanner recharging. God, this thing's a piece of shit. That's weird. This is anomalous dissonant world, right? But so far, I haven't found any actual anomalies. Which is really weird so far. Fully grown, polygonal, feeds on... Sorry. Age, fully grown. Root structure, polygonal. Nutrient source, feeds on failure. Notes, longs to be consumed. Fellas, if you ever find something and it wants you to eat it, if it is not a member of the opposite sex and she is not alluding to something that doesn't actually mean digestion, do not eat it. I shouldn't have to say that, but I'm gonna say it. Do not eat the weird anomalous plant that longs to be consumed and hovers over the ground. What the fuck? Age fully grown, root structure branching, nutrient source gravitational waves, notes favored by Atlas. You know, that's the equivalent of saying that you were favored by God, right? This is a plant that it says was favored by God. I'll see you later. Anyway, we'll deal with him in a little bit. Favored by Alice, my fucking ass. The fuck are these? Why are there Skittles on this? What is this? The fuck are these? Why are they swirling? What the No, that didn't... No, that doesn't work either. Legitimately, what the fuck are these? Okay, anyway. So, I hear you're favored by God. The only God I see here is me. Fuck you. Dude, when I finished the main story for this the first time, I legit almost had a panic attack because of the existential implications. I haven't finished the full story yet. I have had parts of it spoiled for me. Not like major beats, but the overarching thing. I gotta tell you, even that minor, like, Cliff Notes version my friend gave me before I bought the game fucking blew my mind. And this was before No Man's Sky was quote-unquote good. Can't stand it when people say that. But No Man's Sky wasn't good at launch. Well, now here, I'm gonna be a little controversial here. It wasn't bad because of the quality of the product. It was bad because y'all were oversold, and that was specifically the reason it was bad. They were way oversold because they put Sean Murray, a guy who was not a PR guy, in front doing PR. And when somebody would ask him an outlandish question, he'd be like, yeah, we could implement that. Like landing on asteroids and stuff like that. He'd be like, oh yeah, we can do that. Because, you know, in his mind, he's like, yeah, that could be something we add later on. But what came out of his mouth was, oh yeah, this is gonna be a thing in the game right now. Multiplayer right now, all this other stuff right now. That's not what he meant. But that's what it sounded like, because he didn't quite know how to convey things, because he's a fucking awkward ass developer. He's the code monkey behind the desk, not the dancing monkey you put out in front of everyone else to sell the game, you know? Different skill set. He was not spec'd into charisma. He has, however, gotten a massive boost to charisma since then, just based on, you know, feats, I guess would be the good way to put it. He's had a lot of feats that have given him a ridiculous boost to that stat. Man. Okay. And it's well earned. I think they have earned their I think they've earned their spot as best ongoing game. Especially from how they listen to their fan base, because their fan base, I remember being one of the voices saying, hey, so what the fuck? Oh my god, it's walking away. What the fuck? What is this? Look at him go. He's walking. Hey, I'm walking here. Oh my goodness. I never found one of these in the wild. I heard that they were a thing. This is a walking rock. Hello, little one. Oh my goodness. A friend of mine told me he found a giant fucking boulder-sized one of you and was horrified by it. Hello. Biological entity, easily startled, diet mostly rocks, notes limited sentience. It's so cute. I would keep you as a pet if I could. You are adorable. I'm not gonna finish mining you because you deserve to live your best life. Eternal friend rock, yes. You go and you live your best. He's actually going towards my starship. You want to climb on board and we could like be best friends for everybody? You could be my pet rock. I could have a pet rock. And I'd be like, hey guys, check out my pet rock. And they'd be like, oh, this fucking idiot. He's got one of those rocks that occasionally leaks water. Haha. And then the legs would walk out and it would amble across the floor and they'd be like, what the fuck is that? It's my pet rock, I told you. Look at him go. He is booking it. All right, buddy. It was good meeting you. It's a pleasure. Don't get devoured by a gravitational anomaly. And if you see a plant that says it was favored by God, do me a favor and throw yourself at its stupid plant face. He is going right towards my starship, though, isn't he? Okay, no, he ciphered a little bit. Be safe, little one. Oh, that's just Jim. He's a cool rock. Oh, yeah. The coolest. Look at him go. I wish I could, like, pick him up so I could look at him. Because he's kind of clipping through the terrain a little bit. But I also don't want to harsh his buzz. Alright, buddy. Safe travels. Many safe returns. Happy New Year! You know, in case I don't see you. Completely lost my train of thought. That was really cool. That's the first one of those I've seen. I don't think I've ran into one of those before. There's supposed to be like a super rare spawn too, so... Be safe, little rock. Alrighty. Repairing starship. There's a launch thruster. Fixed. I wonder if it's a crustacean, like a hermit crab, but rocks. Maybe. Oh boy. 1 second. I could do without all the anomalous shit around my ship. It's kind of freaking me out a little bit. Sabot system.
Sorry, I had to keep it on me.
Of course. I would expect nothing less. How was your year?
It's great.
It was great. Not just because you got the baby. She says yes, specifically because of that.
Like, that's not the highlight of your year.
Of course it's the highlight of my year. I'm creating life. How would that not be the highlight of my year? Anyone who thinks anyone who thinks any other accomplishment can top that clearly has not had kids. Or if they do have kids, they don't have perspective. There's yeah, we're
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, sweetie. And what's going on, fellas? I haven't seen you since last year. And my tracking broke with the new year. That's kind of hilarious. We're starting the year off with scuff. There we go. Mwah. Happy New Year, sweetie. Can't believe I slept for a whole year. Oh boy, a Spactation. Spactation. I don't know if I want to go to the Spactation. What are you guys' New Year's resolutions? What is one thing each one of you want this year to do or achieve? Hyperdrive plans, nice. Well, I regret to inform you, Chaos, that that's not an option. We are going to be keeping you alive for a long time because we need to study your brain. You see, it is very rare we find somebody with such good taste. Somebody who has such impeccable taste in both mecha and waifus. So we need to study your brain while you still live so we can figure out how we can clone you and make an army. Because we'll never have our robot waifu future who pilot mechs with us as our companions if we can't clone you and then have you leading the science division. So I regret to inform you that you have to live, because I plan on I plan on living in a future where robot waifus and Gundams are available and armored cores are available to all. So you're kind of stuck, buddy. You gotta live. Gotta analyze that brain. Jesus, the weather on this planet is ass. Whew. Okay. Don't you know me, young man? You're stuck, Chuck. What do I need to do to make that? Chromatic metal, carbon nanotubes, and carbon nanotubes take just straight up carbon. Woo.
Technology recharge.
Hilarious. That was all my carbon, wasn't it?
Units received. Units received. Units received.
What do you mean this plant is four-dimensional? Getting myself an absolute unit of a burger from this restaurant called Woodfire New Year's treat. Nice. Ugh. How about you give me an actual resolution aside from death? Now that you know you don't have a choice but staying alive, why don't you give me an actual resolution? Hello, Raiden. That's your boob. Forgot my boob? Well, there's your boob. When I set up my first settlement, I picked the most inhospitable place too, so it about crashes my game with the severe weather problems. Yeah, that was my first base as well. On a different file, mind you, but that was my first base. This should be enough carbon.
Technology recharge.
2026 is going to be a year of great change in good ways. I'm not talking like some generic, oh man, it's gonna be my year. I mean for you guys too. For the channel, for you guys, for me, it's gonna be a year of great change in good ways. I'm looking forward to it. Speaking of which, I need to send my New Year's message to Chiseko. They're still working on my model, but you gotta reach out to the people who've helped you and who you've worked with. Because this little model right here, before he retires, 100% Chiseko. Couldn't have been here without him. So, you know, you gotta pay your respects to your artist. If I don't even think they stream, otherwise I'd have them listed as an artist here. Clearly, it's to create an organization of evil and create a cyborg for my nefarious plans, but the cyborg is a good person and becomes a hero of justice. So, a Kamen Rider spin-off. Your plan is to star, question mark, in a Kamen Rider spin-off? Is that what I'm catching here? I'm sorry, but if there was a way that you could henshin, I would have already figured it out by now. I've been trying since I grew up watching Big Bad Beetleborgs, alright? It's not a thing. Unless a genie gives you the powers to be able to transform into the Big Bad Beetleborgs, you're not gonna be able to do it. I've tried. That thing had like infinite health for some reason. Highest salt content. Oh boy. It's my page. It must be in Area 51. Quick, Riz, get clearance to Area 51. What do you mean? I have that. I mean, Yeah, I'll work on getting clearance to area 51. Yeah. Okay. Stand Navy out to sea, fight our battle cry. So about them railguns we're gonna be putting on the battleships. It's pretty cool, right? That should be enough carbon, I think. Bro has Area 51 clearance and none of us have gotten to shoot an alien gun yet. The fuck you think that they... Look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, alright? 100% honest, okay? Gonna keep it absolutely real with you. I wouldn't give y'all shit. I'm sorry. Look, when you get any kind of clearance, it's a level of trust that Big Daddy government is placing with you. And my job is how I feed my family. So, and don't take this the wrong way, I wouldn't give y'all a damn thing because that would be risking how I feed my family. Love you to pieces. All of you are special to me, but family, food, baby on way. I think I've cultivated an audience where you guys understand that concept, right? You guys understand that when I'm saying that, it's because I don't want to lose the ability to support my... You get that, right? What? Oh, because I'm standing too close to that, that's why. Riz is not an enemy of the state, confirmed. Well, if they keep fucking up, I can't promise anything. I kid. No, but actually, if they keep fucking up, that might not be true forever. Looking at you, Minnesota. Looking at you. Quartzite, that's worth a lot. Viva la Revolution? No. We aren't doing that. None of that communist battle cry bullshit. My ideal government is a government that's disparate enough that it can't, you know, affect my daily life, but large enough that it can band together and defend the nation. But what do I know? That's just the original idea behind the United States. My ideal government is the government that they laid down in the Constitution, where the federal government, its only job is to, you know, make sure things run relatively smoothly at an international level. And the state government's main job is to, you know, get the fuck out of my way and make sure that property rights are established and that nobody can fuck with me illegally. That's their job, all right? That is the extent of everything they should be able to do. For some reason, and this is on both sides of the aisle, I'm not some libertarian nut job. I don't think it's possible to just have everyone have their own little nation where the borders stop at their yard. I understand the need for government, for an overarching government. However, I don't understand the need for a massive fucking bureaucracy that steals from me via over taxation, taxing my paycheck, taxing me when I spend my paycheck, taxing me for the things I buy. See, that one don't sit right with me. And then that same bureaucracy that makes sure that they can steal all my money and throws me in prison if I don't let them steal enough money, is just hemorrhaging cash to bad actors who are basically stealing the money that was stolen from me. You can't have a good government system without corruption when it's based off of stealing, so I'm not really surprised at the corruption. But fuck do I want it to stop. And it stops with them no longer stealing from me, or you, or anyone else in the United States. Once they can no longer just straight up dig into my paycheck and grab whatever the fuck they want, at that point, we might have a society worth defending. Paying taxes on your taxes is fucking wrong. Paying taxes on your property is absolutely fucking bullshit, and I can't fucking stand it. It makes me livid just to think about. Holy fuck, it makes me mad. Fuck you mean. Fuck you mean I had to pay taxes on my paycheck, and then I had to pay taxes when I bought the house. When I bought the house, I had to pay taxes. Because you have to pay to buy the house. And then every year, you come here with your hand out saying, hey, give us more money or it's not gonna be your house anymore. Fuck you. Fuck you and fuck that. That is not owning a house. That is renting from the fucking government. That is the government telling you, hey, if you don't pay up, we're gonna steal your shit. Which is fucked when you consider the absolute massive amount of fraud that is currently being discovered, not just in Minnesota, not just in Ohio, but fucking everywhere. You're telling me I have to wake up at 4:30 in the morning, trundle my ass to the gym so I can work out before work, get back at around like 8, shower real quick, bolt down some breakfast, go to work for the military. And the only reason it's 8 is because they're really generous in letting me come in a little late because I'm working out and they know I am. And then work all day, come home, pay taxes on all of that work. Whereas somebody could just show up, defraud the government, and people will defend them. You can't be mean to them. Don't be mean to them. This is discriminatory. What the fuck are you talking about? I didn't mention their race once. I didn't mention their background once. All I said was people shouldn't be able to defraud the government for millions of dollars. That's all I said. I don't give a fuck where they came from. I don't give a fuck who they are. It could be John Johnson from next door or Muhammad Abdul from fucking Somalia. I don't give a fuck where they're from, what they look like. If they're defrauding the government for millions of dollars, get rid of them. I know that's really controversial to say I don't give a fuck what they look like, but if they're lying and stealing, we should get rid of them. But that's what I think. Because I did not pay taxes on my taxes on my taxes just to have someone come out and steal the end result of all that tax money. Fuck that, fuck you. You can either stop taking my money and get rid of them, or you can just get rid of them. But I will accept no other solution. Sorry, this shit's got me really heated. Because I'm working from home right now, right? Because the office is essentially closed because the Admiral is out on... the Admiral and Vice are both out, essentially. So, like, all of their support staff is gone, and my little 3-person group, they aren't going to open up the entire office just for my little 3-person group. So... I'm working from home, and as I'm working from home, this whole story of fraud is breaking. And I'm looking at my little work laptop in front of me, and I'm thinking, I'm here working still during the holiday season, and tax season is coming up. Meanwhile, some motherfucker came here, and somebody helped them just steal as much as they could. They pocketed millions, and I'm being told that it's okay and not to worry about it, and don't even like consider that this is wrong. Because if you bring it to light, if you point it out, if you talk about it, you're racist, or you're Islamophobic, or you're something else. When I don't care about any of that, I care about the fact that it happened. I don't care who did it. It could have been that fat bald retard himself, Tim Walz, who I don't like at all. I'll be upfront about that. I don't like him at all. It could have been him. It could have been John Johnson, the next door neighbor. It could have been Muhammad Abdul. Whoever fucking did it needs to answer. That's my opinion. I don't give a shit who did it. Whoever did it needs to answer. Oh, but no, we can't do that. That's bad. It's so mean. Why would you do that to someone? Why would you hold them accountable for hundreds of millions, if not billions dollars of fraud? Fuck, I'm going off on a tangent. I'm sorry. It's just this whole story has got me heated, especially because it was first brought to light in 2018 to the state legislature, apparently, and nothing happened. So, like, this isn't a new development. Apparently, it's been a problem for at least 6 years, and no one has done anything. So I'm just a little livid about that. Just a little. Warp to a new system. Oh boy, it's time to get our stuff. Because if we warp here... Hyperdrive has no fuel. Fuck. Don't pre-fuel these damn things. Condensed carbon. Do I have enough carbon? I should have enough carbon. I have enough carbon. Some people would brand me a radical for everything I just said, but I feel it's just common fucking sense. Why should I be taxed on my taxes and then be perfectly okay when the government wrongfully hands that out to somebody else? Why should I just be entirely cool with that? Oh, they're refugees, so you can't be a meanie bobini face about it. Don't be a meanie bobini face. You don't want to be racist, do you? What the fuck does race have to do with this? This ain't got a damn thing to do with this. All I give a shit about is I'm being stolen from. First by the government and then by that guy by getting money from the government. I don't give a fuck what they look like. Okay, I'm done for now. I don't think I'll go on that tangent again. I'm so sorry. It's just got me a little heated. Just a little. Okay. Oh, great sky titty. Titty in the sky. Hello. Auto fuel converter would be so helpful. Yeah. To just kind of auto patch in and be able to just convert stuff you have to fuel, but I'm gonna be honest, the only time I'd use it is during an expedition, so I don't think it's something they need to put in the game. Wow, I haven't landed in one of these spots in a while, not since they introduced Corvettes. You will be obsolete soon. Anyway. Give me my stuff. The amount of tritium I have in my hold right now, legitimately. You just hoard that shit. Okie dokie, we have enough metal plating and oxygen to make us a battery. Good, good, good. We'll finish cooking out this condensed carbon real quick. Actually, you know what? No, yeah, we'll finish cooking out that condensed carbon. Alright, we just need to find a suitable work surface. We already have the raw materials on hand to get everything that we want. Let's just go ahead and find a suitable work surface to convert over everything that we need. Because the alternative is going around during an expedition and farming up everything. I would rather just have my nanites on hand. Give me back my ship. I want my ship. It's a ringed planet, but it's not a gas giant, so we'll go ahead and land right there-ish. Oh boy, it's a color shifted planet. Those are always fun. under purple skies, no less. And yet the sand is still red somehow. Riz, what do you think of the upcoming game announced at the TGA, Gang of Dragon? I've actually talked about this a little bit on Twitter. Paladin, you've played Yakuza, right? At least Yakuza 0, because I've played I've played quite a bit of Yakuza 0. I haven't played the other ones yet. I don't know if I will at this point with the way RGG's acting. You've played Yakuza, right? Because if you haven't, this is going to make no sense. I watched you play a bunch, but no, not myself. They took it off Game Pass. So, if you've watched me play it, then you know Yakuza started as a beat 'em up, right? The more recent Yakuza games have been a turn-based party system RPG. Okay? So, went from a beat 'em up brawler to a turn-based party-based RPG. Okay? The creative force behind Yakuza and a bunch of people who liked working with them, this is important, all left RGG and Sega. RGG is the subsect of Sega that makes the Yakuza games. The first thing he did when he left RGG and Sega is make his own studio and then make a game that's a lot like Yakuza, not Like a Dragon, but Gang of Dragon, and it's a beat-em-up brawler. Tell me, if you're making a game, and all of a sudden the formula shifts, and the first thing that you do when you leave the company is make a game that's more like the original games you made, were you responsible for the formula shift? Honestly, like, if you leave and the first thing you do is you make a game that's nothing like the recent ones, but more like the first ones you made, were you in charge of that formula shift, or did somebody over you tell you, yeah, this is going to be a turn-based RPG now? Which one do you think it is? Fuck it, I'll do it myself. Well, it's fucking wild, because until I thought when I was hearing that it shifted over to turn-based, that he was like, oh, well, we're just going to take the series in another direction. I was like, oh, okay. But the second I heard about Gang of Dragon and how it's going to be a brawler again, I'm like, oh, he didn't want to do that shit at all. And shortly after it turned turn-based, he fucking left. Oh. I think I posted right after it was announced. Yo, you know how Yakuza lost the licensing rights to Don Quixote? Which, if you aren't in SEA, you probably have no idea what Don Quixote is. Don't worry about that. It's a store chain. Well, okay, it's not just a store chain. It's a lot more than a fucking store chain. It's huge. Don Quixote's fucking huge, all right? Anyway, I think if Gang of Dragon gets the licensing to Don Quixote, it would be the sure sign that Like a Dragon might be done. Because if Gang of Dragon gets the licensing rights to Don Quixote and we see a Don Quixote in game, that answers a lot of questions. Just saying. Donkey. Fuck. God, the fucking jingle. No, out of my brain. Stop it. And it looks good too, gritty and dark like Yakuza 0. Very much. It looks really good. It looks really, really good. I don't know how I feel about them having just a straight up movie star as the main character. with no change, but I'm not going to judge before it's out. I will tell you that it's pretty fucking damning that he left and immediately started making a game that was like the old games. You know what I mean? That's I don't know, man. That's pretty damning. Okay. Are you guys seeing the vision of what I am doing right now? Because I hope you are. If we split the load between a bunch of different refiners, then we don't have to worry as much about this taking a really long time. Because synthesizing 2,500 of them takes about 5 minutes. Imagine if we tried to do all this in one refiner. Goodness gracious, that would take all day. So I don't want to do that. So each one of those is 500, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That is almost enough for my ship. I actually think that is enough for my ship. So once we get the ship, we can actually go and get that and just straight up use the refinery wing of my ship instead. I love inflicting mimetic viruses on people. Gee, thanks, Dr. Bright. You piece of shit. Wow, that's a deep cut. I don't even think he's still posting over there on Skip anymore, is he? I think he left, didn't he? Goodness. I miss writing for that currently dog shit website, but man, it went to shit and I stopped writing. It all started when they started policing my scientific language, saying, don't use amnesiac, use amnestic. It's more scientifically correct. Alright, shut the fuck up. All this is made up. All of it. All of this is made up. Well, we don't want, we want to suspend disbelief, so we're trying to make sure that we use unified language. Oh, so you're policing my writing. You know, formatting's one thing, but telling me which words to use? I'm out. I'm out. I'm gone. I'm done. I haven't even checked any of the articles that I had up there. Goodness, there's a few of them. They've probably been edited to fucking back. Let alone the like 2 or 3 skips I have on there. I'm sorry, a geothermal what now? A what? Did that geyser just spawn where I had been oh my god. We get random geysers now? When did those start being a thing? What the fuck? I've been playing this game for a long time, and every now and then something just surprises me. Can I ride these? Okay, the answer's no. The answer's no. They will just explode me, and it will hurt. Censorship in space? It wasn't censorship, it was worse than censorship. It was policing the creative process for somebody who wrote something. I just noticed they made a change on some of the things I wrote and put out there, and it wasn't like formatting. They were just changing up straight up words, and they were changing turns of phrases and stuff like that, and they were like, well, we're trying to unify it, and this is actually a better turn of phrase. Motherfucker, this is my baby. You fuck off. Don't touch my baby. God, it was especially good. I think it was, which one was it? Right before I stopped. I think it was the test logs for 682. Yeah, it was the test logs for 682, right? And I added an experiment log for 682, and someone was like, reverted log, we don't do these anymore for 682. And the fucking creator for 682 was like, the hell we fucking don't. We absolutely do these. It's one of my favorite things about this. Do not try and police me. He was fucking pissed too. Goodness. We don't do test logs anymore. This document is closed. What? No, it's fucking not. Shut the fuck up. Yes, I will install the Atlantic drive as soon as I get a ship worthy of installing it on. I'm not putting it on this. Once I have the big beefy spaceship, then we can use the refinery wing to... Hey.
Thank you. Want more tea?
Sure, more tea sounds great. Would you like the last of this tea?
Sure.
I like your face.
Like your face.
It's pretty.
Beautiful.
Don't tell her that I definitely married up. I don't want her to get a small head. Motherfuckers trying to drain the fun out of writing fantastical shit. Yeah, that's why I stopped. Honestly, it just got to be a bunch of fucking moral busybodies who are trying to police my creative process and couldn't do it anymore. The breaking that was the point where I started to check out, but I really checked out once they started like wholesale altering other people's SCPs for being, quote, problematic. Yeah, because we want you to edit SCPs for being problematic. SCPs. Are you fucking serious right now? Yes, they're problematic. They're horrifying. What do you mean? Rather, it's fictional writing. It's fictional writing in one of the darkest settings that the internet has ever created. It's not just fictional writing. It's fictional writing that from its inception was designed to be fucking dark. Really, really dark. There's a world of difference between that's a little tasteless and actually we're changing the entire core concept of your SCP because problematic.
You have a visitor.
Do I? Hello, Ramses. Hi, Ram.
Can I go in?
He says, no, I don't want to cross the baby gate. Last time I tried to do that, Mom yelled at me. I do, however, want to stand here in front of you and prevent you from bringing him his tea. Look here, you got second dinner. There is nothing else you can ask for. It's New Year's, so we fed them twice tonight. Did they enjoy their second dinner?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, I bet they did.
I gave him fish.
They probably cleared out those bowls, huh?
Yep. He's like, he's the baby.
He's got this old man snarl on his face. Another thing from TGA I was hyped to see was they're finally making a 40k Total War. I see, now I'm torn on that. Alright, so if Total War 40k had come out before Total War Warhammer 3, I'd have been like, hey yo, this is gonna be fucking cool. But with how they handled Total War Warhammer 3, yo, I don't know, man. Oh god, they mangled my tech slots. I'm gonna have to move everything around, aren't I? Fuck. Okay, alright. Don't panic, don't panic. Don't panic, this is what we trained for, kids. You see how my stats just dropped by a lot for my maneuverability just from removing these? Yeah. Surely somebody made an entry about it, something like an entity attempting to edit their files and make fun of them. Yes, there have been several, and a lot of them have been deleted off the wiki because whenever some piss poor mod found it, they got all fucking butthurt. Just thinking about it makes me a little mad. Imagine being such a totalitarian asshat. You're just like, no, I don't know. This fantastical writing's a little scary. Ooh. fucking bitchless, maidenless behavior is what that is. Bitchless, maidenless behavior. And you know what I can't stand? You know what I really can't stand? That's right, it's bitchless, maidenless behavior. Don't be that guy. Never be that guy. If you decide to be that guy, I will make fun of you. Endlessly. By the way, you see how my stats are climbing here? You see how I'm already like way past where I was? This is why adjacency bonuses are so fucking important. They are so important. The only thing adjacency doesn't really matter for are these ones right here. This really does not matter for these because there's no real boost there. Okay. Where is the other generator? There it is. I wonder, that's 4, 4, 5, 3. Oh, it's the same either way. Bitchless, maidenless behavior, Rozoa 2026. Well, yeah, that's what it is. How else would you describe it, honestly? How else could you possibly describe wanting to tonally police somebody else's creation? Like, how else could you possibly describe that? That's the only thing that fits, in my opinion. And it's sad, honestly. It's really, really, really fucking sad. Where's my other cannon? There it is. That's why all this was out of whack. Go there. Go there. You go there. You go there. Actually, you can go there. Okay. We're at 5220. 2027 and 218.3. That's roughly where we are within a margin of tolerance. So we'll go ahead and reinstall these. Now look at my maneuverability here. This is important. It might not seem like a big jump, but I promise you it is. That might not seem like a big jump, but I promise you it is. That is eking every last bit of performance that we can out of this machine. Which is incredibly important. Okay. I want to say we are now set. Yep, that looks right. Okie dokie. Artichoke. We do not have to go out in the field and just squat while we wait for our podunk cobbled together refineries to handle anything because, hey, guess what? We brought the whole damn thing, didn't we? This place is gonna be sweet whenever I have it done. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but it's going to be lit. Alright, let's go ahead and refiner the first. Cool. Alright, refiner's clear. I do not need you guys anymore. I appreciate your service. Thank you for your cervix. I mean, what? Alright, put those into my starship. Do I already have an Atlantid drive installed on this thing, by the way? I think I do. I do! I already have an Atlantid drive installed. Okay, alright. I'm gonna go ahead and split stack this as well. about 2,500 is what we want cheat stack at, give or take. $2,505 is fine. That's not even going to use my entire refinery wing. Huh, funny. Okay. One of the best things about this game is through all the changes they've implemented, the interior of my freighter from like 2020 still looks the same. Hey man, if you like it, don't change it. Me personally, the interior of my freighter has changed a lot from when I first started playing the game, but I think the first freighter I got is on another save file, so pretty sure that one's still exactly the same. I lived in that thing like a homeless person, so I do remember being able to have big open rooms that didn't have a purpose, and I kind of missed that. It's what I wanted to recreate here on Ebon Wings specifically. I wanted to be able to have that big open multi-purpose room instead of having to cobble it out of like plant rooms or whatever. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I made sure I had the essentials though. I have a fireplace and I have a lounge area. All of these are the essentials. Oh, and TVs everywhere, of course. Alright, those are cooking. We want our god stick. It's about 25%. My Borg hath cometh. This gon' be Peem. I had lasagna. His significant other makes lasagna for New Year's. It was really good. Wow, this year, No Man's Sky's turning fucking 10. It is, isn't it? Aw. Happy New Year's, Grape. What a good boy he is. Your Borg, what? His Borgar. Remember he was saying he was gonna get an amazing Borgar? Okay. We have a radius of about 2,000, 2,200 I think, so we're good. I have planters still, man. Like, I don't have farm rooms, just an open farm, and I don't think those are buildable anymore. No, they are not. You cannot have just planters by themselves in a freighter anymore. That is an anomaly. We're not steering into that anomaly. I'm good. I'm good with not being ripped apart and thrown across space-time. Thank you very much. We're going to Rendezvous 1 instead. Whee! This planet is very purple. Like, extremely purple. Why is this planet so purple? Extreme low pressure, sharded from the Atlas, flora generous, fauna rich. No, it's a planet full of Elon Musk. Well, now it's not quite that purple. Ooh. Nice dive. User identified. Terminal now active. Unlocking data log for analysis. It looked like a wound on the world, crimson and ragged-edged, like something that once lived but was torn asunder. I should have stayed away. Had I the senses to taste the air of this planet, I imagine it would have reeked with some kind of alien fetor. But nothing could stall my curiosity. Was it dead? Where I touched it, the surface was moist, yielding. It seemed to become motile then, crawling on a mat of slow cilia, moving away from me. I should have left it alone. I discover something coded deep inside the long-dead traveler's data log. Something has been left that will aid me on my own journey. Thank you, thank you. Glory holes with threatening auras.
Incoming storm.
Please don't. Those are... Just don't, please. Don't do that. Do not. Please, I beg of you. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Let's see. First rendezvous. I'm gonna upgrade my exosuit a little bit on account of the fact that I will run out of room otherwise. Debris rangefinder. Need to make a microprocessor, huh? Which I guess is better than having to make a macro processor, which is entirely different. This Borg is awesome. I can only imagine how good a Freedom Land one is. We've got some damn good burgers here. Oh man, you're making me hungry now. I just ate. Why are you making me hungry? No! No! I kind of want a burger. Fuck. Oh, I guess that's the first thing I'm eating for New Year's. Everywhere I go, it's always, don't fuck the aliens. Yes? Don't fuck the aliens. What's wrong with you? No. Do not the aliens. Oh. Oh. Oh, we've got a gravitational anomaly here, huh? Can we make it? Nope. Made it halfway. Wait. 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 Oh my god. Peek. I love infecting mimetic viruses. I will fight you, you little shit. I will infect you right back. Don't make me start singing the theme song from Kamen Rider Kuga. It will be stuck directly in your head. For good. And justice. Fuck, that song's good. It's a diplomatic mission. No, you're not gonna diplomatically get your dick wet. That's not how that works, okay? No. Just no. Went with some family, had some Poseland Discata. It was fired. Nice. Can I get infected too? Don't you give me the ubu face.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Well, that's good. We'll go ahead and clear out the carbon to be able to reallocate it into the standard carbon we need for nanotubes. Because we need to make a debris rangefinder. Joke's on you, Ryuki's first survive transformation plays in my head 24/7. Yes, but I will boot it out because Kamen Rider Kuga's theme song is that good. Kamen Rider Kuga. I'll do it. Don't you think I won't. Okay, we just need one microprocessor though, so honestly, like, that's probably enough carbon. That's enough slices! It's enough slices! Okay, anyway. Fuck. And a solar mirror, which we can buy, but we're lazy, so we don't want to do that. Gold and silver? Fuck, I knew I should have brought some of that. Ah, well. Looks like we're gonna go buy it. No more being lazy. Fast as fuck, boy. Oh god, it's another Spactation. I hope this Spactation actually has something I could use on board, because if it's another abandoned one, I'm not going to be able to use it. This is a derelict. I will find nothing here. Why was Pablo's beard so soft? Because he conditioned it. Fuck. Please be normal, please be normal, please be normal, please be normal. Please be normal. Fuck. You can already tell from the silhouette this is a derelict, isn't it? Okay, alright, we're fine, we're fine. We're fine. I don't want to have to go out and search for gold, so we're going to go ahead and not do that. We're going to go ahead and hunt down the silver we need here and maybe get some gold in the same process. What the fuck do we need a solar mirror for a rangefinder? Like, oh, the babies. Hello, little babies. Goodness, why the fuck are you here? You should not be here. Huh. They usually only exist in spaces outside of time, so I'm a little concerned. We were releasing them from where they were imprisoned inside of asteroids. Oh. That explains it. Why were they sealed in asteroids again, and should I have released them? You know what? I'm not gonna ask these questions. I'm just gonna keep freeing the little babies. Why are the babies spawning star spawn? Don't care. They deserve to be free is what they deserve. Okie dokie. That should be enough. We only need one solar mirror after all. Done. Let's get clear of this field. Assholes are shooting at the sky. Ugh. Ugh. It's one of the worst parts of New Year's. Like, set off your fireworks, right? But guns, man, are you fucking serious? Sweeping for Rex. 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 Shepherd. Rex. Shepherd. There we go. Bingo! Hello. Pet speed. Pet speed to minimum. 4 units a second is permissible. I just don't want you colliding with the damn thing and becoming part of the wreckage. There we go. 0 units a second. Perfect. All right. Let's do some salvaging. Damn, you got fucked up. Speed burden to sell. That's not bad.
Thermal protection falling.
Cargo link. Nice. Freedom is the right of all living things. Set those eldritch jellyfish free. Of course. You gotta free the sky jellies. Can't just leave them there. It was neat because I could actually tell which one the jellyfish were imprisoned in, because the ones the jellyfish were imprisoned in had a bunch of tiny jellyfish around them. Like they were surrounding it, like, hey yo, you alright in there? It's kind of cute. Wow, that's actually a really high class main engine too. What the fuck happened to you, man? Where was your cockpit located? I've got the oxygen to recharge it. We're fine. Where was your cockpit located, I wonder? Oh, holy shit. Wait, hold on. Hold on. That is a really nice engine. God damn. That's a really nice engine part. Oh, here's your cockpit. Man, you got fucked up. You got fucking bisected right in half. Goodness. Can't relate. My ship's awesome. You just stay over there and we'll be fine. Whew. It's cold out there, man. Salvage complete.
Technology recharge.
SpongeBob would be proud. Ocean man. Fuck. Speed burden to cell rim, 2 cargo links. That's not a bad get. That's not a bad get at all. Expedition. Basic modules pack. I need exactly none of these parts, so we're going to be putting them all. Designed a Corvette class starship. Yeah, I brought one with me. It's pretty cool. I'm a little proud of it, actually. They gave me a wall refiner unit. That's funny. Hold on. I think I have a place to install that. I noticed one was missing, so might as well go ahead and put it in right over here. Oh, that's a nutrition unit. Refiner unit. Done. There we go. Perfect. Oop. Wait, what? I just did that. I literally just did that. Oh, right. I need to find... There's something here, isn't there? That I need. already looked through the wreckage. What more do you want from me? I can't find the thing. There's supposed to be a thing here. Like a log of the Arcadia. Oh, there it is. Whoop! Too fast. Captain found it on the last walk out. Says it'll bring us luck. We'll need it. Cruise has been a waste so far. All the asteroids just dust and ice. Nonsense. Better than nothing. Happy New Year! I'm glad you got to spend it with me. That's Redux Phase 1. Oof. Why'd you drop me on top of the ship? That's not where I was going. Oh, okay. We just teleport in places now. Alright, I suppose. That goes there. Got an ALU and aquajets, which I won't need with a ship like this. Oh, great sky titty. Titty of the sky. I have a request. I would like my bonk stick back, please. And thank you. Plus, the other advantage of building my ship with 3 distinct layers to it and branching out, this is the really cool thing. With the Talon, because it was built so low to the ground, I would get hung up while walking around it if it was landed. With this one, I don't get hung up on anything at all. It's so nice. Because I would always get hung up on the Talon's wing when I was beelining my way to a teleporter. So this has the added effect of removing that little bit of frustration. I wish I could share Corvette plans with you guys so y'all could, like, copy my Corvette design and see how I did what I did. Obviously not to just copy it, but so you can understand why I put certain things where. Okay. I wish you could edit your Corvette here. It would make things a little easier, you know? Okay, all right. Oh god, the Nautilon platform. No, you're gonna have me do deep ocean shit, aren't you? Deploy a submarine. Reach ocean depths. Collect sea glass. Record an underwater creature over 6 kilograms. Fuck. Return to water? Shut up. I don't wanna. The oceans in this game are scary. I don't wanna. Come on, man. This ship is rated for the interior of a black hole. Let me just pilot this and drive this down to the bottom of the ocean. This is a redux. This is a redux of an expedition. Every year around the holidays, what Hello Games does is they hold a redux of all of the expeditions that they released in the year, plus another expedition that's not the first expedition. And they let you replay them if you missed them. It's a neat little thing they do for the community. Okay, where's the rendezvous point? There it is. Muir Delta. Drowning planet. First of all, this planet's about mewing. That already makes me uncomfortable. Second of all, drowning planet sounds like an experimental metal band, and I don't know how I feel about that. Hello, people of Bob's Discount Alcohol. We are Drowning Planet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck. Shit. Proceeds to play the absolute worst set you have ever heard, but they have so much fun with it, you can't help but fucking be like, yeah! Those are the best shows. You don't have to play well. You don't have to play well. Just fucking play like you're having fun. That is all you have to do. Just starts playing Wonderwall, that's when they get a beer bottle thrown at their fucking head. Don't do that, kids. Don't show up and start playing Wonderwall at a place like Bob's Discount Alcohol. That's not a good idea. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. How far down is this thing? Please don't be underwater. Please don't be underwater. Please don't be underwater. Is Rendezvous 2 fucking underwater? God fucking damn it. I seek the sweet release of death, but I cannot die. How bad's this gonna fuck up? There's no surface to teleport me to. What are you gonna do? Oh god! Nope, 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 no, 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 back in the water, no! Yeah, 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 no, 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 no. You motherfucker. You could have just dropped me right here, you know. Didn't have to be all horrifying with it. These servos ain't built for aquatic travel. These servos ain't built for the horrors of the deep. Yeah, fuck this planet? Well, I got bad news for you, buddy. Guess where we have to go. This is gonna be fun. And by fun, I mean mildly traumatizing. We've got a couple oxygen membranes. We should be fine with that. We got repair kits, didn't we? We did. Okay. Efficient water jets. You motherfucker. I thought I was able to use repair things on this. Well, we're disassembling that. Protection against cold. Oh boy, a Humboldt drive module. I wonder where that's going. I don't want to go into the water. But you're gonna make me go into the water, aren't you? Aren't you? Aren't you? Aren't you? Okay, this guy built a Humboldt sect, and he did. I can see a path down right over there. This new Subnautica update looks crazy. Shut up. That's another one I should start playing again, Subnautica. I don't think I finished it last time, but that game was haunting. Haunting. No. You do not drop me in the water. Okay, alright. Oh, I got in here just in time. Okay, there should be a path downwards. There it is. You call me crazy. I don't really look safe to go out there. You were very close to finishing it from what I do remember. Well, if I start playing again, it's been a couple years, so I'm probably going to start from scratch because that's just how I am. This is not safe. What do you guys think? Is not safe a pretty accurate definition here? I think it might be. In fact, I would go so far to say that this is an extremely fucked situation. However, I do need that Nautilus. Oh, I really don't wanna. I really don't wanna. When I joined the Navy, they did this thing where they took my fearless 18-year-old self and gave me a nice, healthy case of thalassophobia. You know, as a treat. We good? Okay, I think we're as good as we're gonna get here. Not OSHA certified, not even a little bit. Okay, Nautilon deployed. Fuck me. Excuse me for a moment while I improve my odds of surviving. Marine shelter, oxygen times 100, hydrothermal fuel cell times 3. Well, at least they're giving me fuel for the damn thing this time. Reach ocean depths, collect sea glass, unrecorded underwater creature over 6 kilograms. Welp. Which is less disturbing to you guys? Is it less disturbing to see it from the inside of the cockpit, or is it less disturbing to see it in third person? Just curious. Less third person? Ah, okay. I just wanted, I just wanted to get y'all's opinion. Everything, just all of it? Well, got bad news for you, buddy. The pillars stretch all the way down to the seabed. How did you even do that? You couldn't give me a prepackaged death and speed module. Sorry, that's just... It's just my fear leaving the body. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I will be just fine. Fear only unknown, but this ocean planet is entirely unknown, so I don't really have thalassophobia from games. I developed thalassophobia the first time I swam in the open ocean. And if you don't develop a healthy fear of the ocean after swimming in the middle of the ocean with no land in sight, then something's wrong with you. Because if you don't do that, look around and think, oh God, then something's deeply wrong with you. Because anyone normal would be like, only a psychopath would be in that situation and be perfectly fine. It takes fuel cells? Yeah, I'm not doing that. That takes crystal sulfide, that takes living pearls. Can't really do either of those. They don't stretch all the way down. There's a limit. Well. Oh, it's so dark. Crossing into deep ocean territory. Hazardous conditions detected. Life support systems under increased strain. Oh God, fuck, shit. Okay. We just need to find somewhere 800 meters deep and we're good, right? That's all we gotta do. We'll be fine. We're fine. This is fine. This is fine. I'm okay with the events as they are currently occurring. It's not deep enough. We have to find somewhere deeper. It's not so bad when you can see the ground. But when you can't see the ground, it's horrifying. What do you mean, nope? I don't like the way that's moving. That's a fucking crab. That is a giant fucking crab. Holy shit. Oh my god, that's a living creature. Oh my god. They're not tentacles, they're friendicles. Get out. Gentle giant's my ass. Look at that guy. He could eat me. No. Bad. Crab mentioned. Delicious crab meat time. Om nom 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 nom. Psychopath. I could make friends with the giant crab. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, well, we've got pillar crabs all over the place. So that's cool. We have chromatic parasites, also very cool. Very cool. We need sea glass. Life support system low.
Life support power low.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, lady, I know. Krusty Bros for life! Well, you know, the Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me. Just saying. Okay, we're not gonna bother him. I can see the abyssal horror right there, and I don't want to touch it. I really don't want to touch it. $759. We need to be at 800.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Hey, look, it's why I bought so much oxygen. Okay, that is clearly in the floor. I'm not going to be able to get that. That one, on the other hand, I can see the beacon from here. Because sea glass, for some reason, has this massive beacon attached to it. I don't know why. Okay, that's enough being comfortable. Man, I certainly hope those crabs are friendly. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a very scary time. Unfortunately, there is no onboard scan system. So we kinda have to step outside and do it.
Life support power low. Technology recharge.
Don't like that that's called temptation. Okay. Now, we just need to go deeper. Current depth is 579. Oh my goodness, they're giant shrimp. $623. Scrimps. Yes, scrimp. I gotta tell you, they absolutely nailed the vibes of the deep sea. Because this is just... I think the only other game that's been able to make it as alien and unsettling as this, just the sheer crushing weight of the ocean over your head, and the lonely feeling of being down here despite being surrounded by life, is probably Subnautica. Subnautica is the only other game that replicated this feeling perfectly. The bioluminescence is unreal. It really looks good. I would get out and dig a hole, but I do not want to be grabbed by an abyssal horror because, yeah, no, I'd just nope right the fuck out right then. Okay, 790, 794, 795, 796, 98, 99, 800. Surface. Now. And let us never return. Please don't get grabbed by a tentacle monster. I could do without that. I spent 10 minutes too long wondering why I couldn't go on an expedition to the Flooded Forest map in G rank, completely forgetting I had to complete a quest in Flooded Forest first. Yes, yes you do. Oh, thank goodness. Still horrifying. Moderately less so. Which way is my ship? There she is. And that's when I hear the Leviathan sound effect and I start really shitting my pants. No, 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 no. Wait, 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 wait. Which Leviathan? The Reaper, obviously. Because, like, for the Ghost Leviathan and all that, if you're hearing it, you know you're somewhere where a Ghost Leviathan is. But a Reaper Leviathan... I just stumbled into that area every now and then, and I heard the echo, and I was like, oh no. Because knowing what I know about marine biology, because I was a massive fucking nerd, growing up, there were a few things, there were a few like programs on my on the family computer, because man, I'm so old, we had a family computer, and a bunch of them were like educational stuff, not like Discovery Channel bullshit, but actual like educational programs with like details on marine biology and anatomy and stuff like that. By the way, fun fact, my favorite part of anatomy that I learned about was the duodenum, because it was fun to say. Anyway, what I learned about marine biology at a young age is very frequently they will use sound as a means to navigate. Whales kind of do it with whale song. They sort of ping each other with their whale song to sort of figure out where each other are. So anytime in Subnautica I heard a Reaper Leviathan roar, I remembered that and I was like, oh god, either it's trying to figure out where its hunting mates are, or it sees through some sort of fucked up echolocation. Either way, it can probably fucking see me if I can hear it. Remember, if you hear it, it knows you're there. Exactly. And before No Man's Sky adds the gargantuan Leviathan as an Easter egg to Subnautica. Please don't. The Reaper Leviathan is just chilling in your ship like, sup? Please no. Could we not? Okay, alright, alright, alright. We'll do this quick. Home, home, home. Hey, yo, fuck this planet for real, though. God damn. I'll take the horrors of existential space over the horrors of the existential ocean. Thank you very much. Wait, Gargantuan Leviathan. Was that the one whose skeleton I built my base near? Is that the Gargantuan Leviathan? Because I don't think I ever ran into anything called a Gargantuan Leviathan. Water, not even once. Well, I mean... still gonna bathe. Be weird if I didn't. I think we almost have enough inventory slots here, but we're gonna just do a few more. Just so I have them. Okay. Freedom. Freedom once more. To be among the stars. And not on that death planet of water. The big ass skeleton in the Lost River, yes. Oh, that's right, Chaos. You weren't here when I was playing. Huh. Yeah. The deep roar emitted by the Reaper at regular intervals is effectively sonar. If you can hear it, the Reaper can see you. Oh shit, I was right. I was just guessing. What the fuck? No, you can't be that accurate. No, that's not fair. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like being right. Oh. Thanks for telling me that. That makes me want to play Subnautica even more now. I definitely am not gonna avoid it and put it off. We're in space. Sonic showers exist, surely. Oh, don't call me Shirley. Okay, we need to construct another... So that means we're gonna need another... fucking quantum computer. Guess what I'm requesting next week? Hey. 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 Rude. How dare you? How dare you, sir? We'll just let that condense that carbon for us real quick. Why am I just sitting still? I should cruise. Maintain current flight path. No, Raiden wouldn't do that to me. He's a nice guy. He's a good kid. He doesn't want vengeance and revenge, which is what I will deliver upon him. God, now I really want a burger. Blah. Sorry, I'm allergic to nefarious plans. I'm allergic to nefarious plans, and my allergies are acting up a little bit, you know? That's... Thank you. No, I've already had dinner. I've already had dinner. That is why I'm grumbling about it, because I've already eaten and I'm not gonna eat again. I'm especially not gonna order DoorDash at 1:41 on New Year's fucking day. I'm not doing that. Some poor driver out there will take the order, but I'm not gonna do that to them. You guys like my laser pattern? I'm really happy with my laser pattern. I like the way it turned out. I need to find a meteor field. Because I need gold and silver, and I'm not willing to go down to this ocean planet that has gold and silver on it. go for a venison burger. I don't have like the buns and stuff. Otherwise I would. We're gonna do a micro jump real quick so we can try and find an oh wait, no, I think we found one. Just say it's a field, or is this just a couple outliers? It's a field. Good. Oh, but you have venison? Yes, I have venison. I hunt. You guys know that. Although, to be fair, I didn't go hunting this year because I didn't want to leave her for like a week by herself while pregnant. I figured that wasn't the best move, so I didn't go hunting this year. So we are running a little low on deer meat, that is true. I was thinking of hitting up a friend of mine who definitely hunted way more than he could carry, but I don't want to just mooch deer meat off of somebody, you know? Wouldn't feel right. Rosa Hunter IRL? Dude, they're made of food. Me and Willie had this conversation in chat yesterday. They're made of food. Consume not the beast blood. I hunted last year, Raiden. I didn't hunt this year. I did not go hunting this year. I was heavily considering it, but I didn't want to leave her by herself, you know? But no, you don't consume the beast blood, because that's just weird. You consume the meat. Especially the backstrap and the chops. Oh man, backstrap. Oh man, backstrap. Oh, some backstrap stew also sounds really good. The best stew I ever had in my entire life was made on top of a wood-fired stove in a shed where we were butchering an elk. Actually, we were butchering like 3 elk after my dad had hunted that year because I was still too young to go out there myself. My god, we would just cut pieces off of what we were butchering, tossed it in a pot with some water and some bones so that it could seep the marrow out, some spices. Oh, it was so good. One of those things where even if you went back in time and tried to write down the recipe, you probably couldn't get a recipe because we were just tossing shit in a pot. Cut it straight off, tossed it in the pot. Any piece that couldn't be turned into something that we could just wrap and put in the freezer, tossed it in the pot. I forgot I had a beacon at the beginning of the Void in Subnautica. I know where I'm going. Oh no. Perpetual stew. No, we ate it all. There was no perpetual in that stew. We ate all of it. It was delicious. Okay, that's enough for a mirror. Solar mirror. Rangefinder. Sweeping for wreck sites. Let's get some salvage. Honestly, I've farmed a lot of parts for Corvettes. As you can tell by looking at Ebon Wings, I farmed just a lot of parts to be able to build that. I'm a little upset you aren't able to do this in the main file, because after you go back to your main file, you no longer have the recipe to make the beacon. So if you don't bring any with you back into your main save, you can't do this anymore. I think, like, this is a lot slower than going from site to site to site, whatever. But this is really fucking cool. So I don't care if it's slower, it's cool. Going from bad to worse. Can't wait to get home. Navigation distorted. Nothing but static. Warping, but just empty systems. Lost in some abandoned sector? Yeah, me too. Sorry, I just want to admire my handiwork outside of photo mode. That's a good looking ship. I'm sure Hello Games heard you and are now implementing the wrecked Corvettes into the main game. It seems that way when I say something on stream about a game that I truly love. Somehow, someway, either the devs are of a like mind, or they happen to stumble upon a clip of me saying it and they're like, yeah! Because just about every change I was talking about in Warframe, they implemented with Descendia and all that. And Natris actually like pointed out, I've said multiple times over multiple streams about like how it would be really cool if blah blah blah, and yeah, that's kind of what they implemented, pretty much exactly what I was talking about. So now, just in case DE happens to be listening again, it would be really cool if they buffed the Astilla. It would be really cool if we got an Astilla in Karnon and you buffed the Astilla, please. A caked up lobster ship? Not really. I considered it as my, I was kind of trying to make a Sword of the Stars kind of thing, is what I was going for. Also, it's a gun. The entire ship is both a sword and a gun. Because, and this is the thing that I'm actually really proud of. Hold on. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So if you're flying in third person, the top engine and the sides actually, even if the targeting reticle wasn't there, even if you turn that off, the top of the engine and the sides act as sights for my weapons. So you're able to aim with just those and not the actual targeting reticle. Also, can we talk about how fucking nimble this thing is? Because I feel like a ship this giant should not be this nimble. I should not have this kind of zero turning radius. Not in a ship this fat. I mean, I'm glad I do. It's clearly a wonder of engineering. Not to toot my own horn. Ta-da! Hey, the Aeron Starship Trail customization and the plans. Already running the Aeron, right? I am, okay. Okay, now that we're free of that debris field. Third rendezvous, Arcadia, kill biological horrors. Oh yeah. Ooh, it's already been 3 hours, damn. Well, kids, I think we're gonna pick this up next time. Because I definitely want to play the rest of Breach. So we're gonna play the rest of Breach. But, for now, I'm gonna head out for the night, because I'm pretty sure Significant Other has already gone to bed. We are gonna be streaming tomorrow. First stream of the year is, of course, going to be Warframe, because what else would it be? This is how they show love. This is how they show love. Is this an abusive relationship? Anyway. Ah, no, no, stop. No, no, stop it. Anyway, I appreciate you guys coming by. And I'll see you later on today, actually. Happy New Year, everyone. Bye for now.